If you see 30,000 employees leaving Oracle, being fired, getting laid off by Oracle, what the government sees is 30,000 less taxpayers. So how do you sustain a society where the billionaires don't pay taxes because there's ways to not do it, and you have thousands, tens of thousands of people getting laid off because of technology?
The whole world is either panicking or building on top of AI. We are just making notes.
I'm Carlos, Ecuadorian based in Barcelona, go-to-market by day.
I'm Stanley, Belarusian in Warsaw. I built the system behind the AI you are scared of.
I came to teach this guy English.
The lesson turned into this.
Welcome to the AIwakening.
Every century, one idea changes everything. This is that moment.
Carlos and Stanley, English tutor and student, don't panic. They take notes. From Warsaw to Barcelona, this is the AIwakening podcast. From questions to breakthroughs, this is the AIwakening podcast.
Good.
Hi.
Okay.
Hi to everybody, dear audience. Here today, as always, Carlos and Stanley with you. And we will discuss if AI will replace us tomorrow or after tomorrow.
Hopefully it's the day after tomorrow.
Yeah, then we will have another one day of doing nothing.
Of not doing anything and probably not having any purpose of going to our jobs anymore. But yeah, hopefully it's not tomorrow. So yeah, let's just get right into our schedule for today. So
Let's go.
apparently, and we and what I think was the reason why this conversation was started was because of the Anthropic's document that they released in regards to what kind of jobs we'll be taking and what kind of jobs are already being taken. We've seen Oracle, Amazon, and other big companies with this huge layoffs, and it makes sense, right? It was expected. So I don't know if you have it with you, that document from Anthropic, to kind of check it out and see what we can get from it.
Yeah, I have checked the list of companies with last layoffs. Oracle last have laid off something around 30,000 people. Yeah, it was 1 week ago.
Yeah, that's the newest one. 30,000 people gone. And I think they openly talked about that it was because of AI. Like, it was because they were trying to do some investments towards an AI workforce. And that's the latest. And we'll see which kind of other companies are going to be following the trend. But yeah, that's the one. That's the one. So there's a graph that I think it became pretty popular because of course everybody's been talking about it because it's just very, very, very scary.
Yeah,
And
the research is named Labor Market Impacts of AI, a New Measure and Early Evidence. From Anthropic, it was done something around 1 month ago. Today we have 13th of April, 2026.
yeah. And I'm sure that from month one where they released this document, this graph's already changed. And it's probably changed into the blue side, all the blue areas right there. It's probably a little bit wider. Probably wider.
Probably, yeah.
So let's see. So we gotta be like the obvious ones right here. On what the observed AI coverage is, the red the red part right there is what is already happening. So the fact that you have one of the main players right now in the AI realm telling you about this stuff, of course, it's just kind of like a social responsibility to be open and transparent about what they've been finding on what AI is good for. And you see everything that goes from business, finance, computer, architecture, and engineering is not quite there yet, but everything from social sciences, legal, education, arts and media, which you can pretty much see with all the generative AI for arts, office admin and sales, which is something that I am actually working on right now. This is everything that is being observed by Anthropic. Now, what the theoretical coverage is what they believe will happen, which, yeah, I mean, it shows you a pretty transparent forecast. So why don't you, Stanley, talk about the ones that are not covered? So like transportation, production, installation, repair, construction, and all those. Do you think they're going to be safe for quite a while?
I think this research is not reasonable in 100%, and in the cases of such areas like construction, agriculture, production, transportation, they just can't even measure properly anything here, because these areas probably will be covered by such companies like Tesla and their competitors in area of producing humanoid robots, which will do this work in near future, according to what Elon Musk says us in last interviews. It will probably take him something around 3 years. Of course, this guy is too optimistic in most cases. It's definitely will be correct to tell commonly he's right. In most cases, he is right, and when he makes predictions in something around 70-80%, he tells truth. Only thing here which is not correct in most cases is dates. In most cases, they are too optimistic, but finally he releases stuff which he promises to release in most cases.
There you go.
Now I have recalled such things that on Joe Rogan podcast, he promised that in near future he will release flying car or something like that. He mentioned this, but not directly. He mentioned that it will be something what will surprise everybody, because nobody waits that something like this will be released. Yeah, and it looked in this way like it should be flying car, probably, but we still don't have nothing like that. And 1 year after that passed, still any informations about this. Yeah, what do you think about that?
I 100% agree with that, because the graph right here, the part where it says transportation, that's, I mean, I know that Anthropic is not in the game of automating autonomous transportation like Tesla, for example. But I'm guessing this is just under Anthropic's coverage, because yeah, I mean, we've seen the self-driving cars all over. So transportation is definitely going to be at risk here.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, you can tell because people are in the end, people are going to prefer to be driven by an AI, because an AI is a little bit safer. And you can see, there's people talk about this with cab drivers, with bus drivers, and specifically cab drivers. They'll tell you, no, like AI is not going to be able to replace me because I know all the city like no one else does. And it's like, yeah, but how do you think AI learns? Like AI learns just by patterns, and it's never going to miss a turn, and it's never going to miss the fastest way to go somewhere. Yeah, I'm sorry, but a human is not to be trusted anymore. In this case, in these scenarios, a cab driver could be fatigued. A cab driver could have been, he's also a human. He probably went out partying yesterday, but he had to make a little bit of money. So he goes there and he drives the cab. And like, sadly, accidents could happen just because of fatigue, just because of people just not having a good day. And when you're not sharp enough to be able to avoid obstacles or avoid any potential risks, when the machine is able to do it, you take AI over any human at any time. So that right there is, like you were saying, um it's not a observance of the entire of what everything is happening. I think it's just like coverage of Anthropic, which is what Anthropic does, is everything relating to this cognitive replacings of repetitive tasks. Construction, installation, and everything you're saying about this humanoids and everything, the Neo, I think it's called, the one robot for the house. Like, you're not gonna need a housemaid anymore. I don't think there is any. I don't think there's much as there used to be. But right now, like, you can teach it how you like your eggs to be done in the morning, and it will learn how to do it. So I think there is going to be at some point a time in the world where we're just gonna have a lot of this humanoids doing all this work instantaneously. And yeah, that's a little bit crazy. Which I think it just sparks the conversation on, oh, okay, I think it's happening right now. Everybody understands what's gonna happen, right? Like, you gotta be completely blind. If you are like, yeah, no, AI it's everything is gonna disappear in like a year or two. No, this is not like that. This is not like that. There's other people that say, hey, but this is gonna be another industry that is going to create other jobs. But it's not like that. Just like when the industrial age started taking jobs from people because of mass productions, yes, some other people found other jobs, but it was just attacking a specific industry. This is attacking a lot of industries at the same time. So no, you're. I hate to say it, but like, you work in sales, you work in customer support, you're an artist. Yeah, you're probably gonna be replaced. Creative, we would talk about that at some other point, I feel like, because I do have a lot of things to talk about regarding that, because we all know that AI is not really able to create something new, which that's going to be another part. But marketing professionals, for example, right now, everything that has to be with designers specifically, everybody can do a good design now. Everybody can do a logo now, and a pretty
Yeah,
cool one.
of course, of course. Probably in design, everything which you use is the same colors. In most cases, the same stuff: flowers, trees, wheels, the same figures, geometric figures. These patterns which could be repeated by AI in a very easy way, and it won't be a problem here. And you have the same situation in a wide range of areas.
Yeah, that's the thing. Full self-driving tech finally approved for Europe.
Yeah, Netherlands approved it as a first country. Interesting. Yeah, and then finally Europe decided to do something, not only stay and starring to the China and the US.
Yeah, it's so yes, there is definitely here, at least in Barcelona, we're gonna start seeing this a lot more. And and at the end, we are teaching the thing, right? We're teaching the thing. I think I remember one of my friends uploaded or they just like shared a meme or something saying they refused to use AI in the workplace because they thought that it wasn't fair for them to be teaching the AI how to do their jobs. And I was like, I mean, that's very brave of yourself and everything, but you do realize that that's a very easy way to get you fired because they will just get somebody else to do it. Like, the fact that you don't want to do it doesn't change the fact that AI is going to learn to do it. Like, you're just too late, my friend. Like, if you're thinking that you are not going to do it to teach it the AI how to do that job, nah, the world doesn't revolve around you. There's 1,000 other people that would like to get at least those 2 or 3 extra pays for the month while they teach the AI how to do it. And they are probably going to stay in that job because they know how the system works. Because ownership is what it's all about. It's who owns the system now. It's who owns what's going to happen or what it looks like. So an artist that doesn't want to stay without a job, okay, yeah, sure, you can be creative and everything. But if you, as a designer, you know how the AI system works and you use it to make yourself powerful, to make yourself needed, great. But if you're one of those people that are like, yeah, I'm not going to teach AI how to do my job, it's like, okay, man, well, good luck. You're not going to have a job from now on in like 3 or 4 months. Like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to say?
Yeah, it's definitely impossible to do something, some type of protest here, because it's just like it was in the situation with taxi drivers and Uber drivers. First, it was a protest of taxi drivers against Uber, and after that, it was Uber drivers protest against Uber company when Uber decided to reduce their salary and make trips cheaper, and in the same time their commission higher, which gives as a result of equation that Uber driver needs to pay more for the fuel because prices are rising and will finally get much lower compensation, and he can't do nothing because there are already too much Uber drivers, and when some of them trying to protest, other just gain money, and it doesn't work because it's the market, and too many people can't be successful in something like that, as practice shows us.
Yes.
We have the same thing here, but more global, of course.
There's I think something that could potentially avoid mass firings and layoffs. I mean, it's not like we don't have them already, but I've heard that there is this thing in France. I'm not sure if it's happening in other countries. They're probably thinking about it because imagine you're a country. Imagine you're the government of a country, right? And you have this thing where you know that there is going to be massive layoffs. What do you care about the most?
I have such opinion now that politics are not caring about anything. They already have enough money for all their life because of corruption and...
I mean, yes, but the fact that they are corrupt, the fact that they are human, the fact that they are these humans that need and just feed on power, these people, they're never satisfied. So my thing is, if you see 30,000 employees leaving Oracle, being fired, getting laid off by Oracle, what the government sees is 30,000 less taxpayers. So how do you sustain a society where the billionaires don't pay taxes because there's ways to not do it, and you have thousands, tens of thousands of people getting laid off because of technology? So what Friends is doing is they are punishing companies. They're putting like this kind of tax, like, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but this is what I've heard. Like, this is kind of some tax that companies would start to pay if they are showing massive layoffs and this change from human to AI driven. And for every AI agent or for every person that they had to lay off, they would have to pay an extra tax. So it's not about the people here. It's not about the people. It's about, where are my taxpayers? Okay, like, cool about your AI and everything, but okay, that's not 30,000 people a job. Those are 30,000 people that are not paying me taxes. So that's the thing that I'm trying to be a little bit hopeful, in the sense of governments one thing, and that is power and money. How do you keep the power and money? There's going to be so much power for other people and companies that are going to be at the same level of governments almost. I'm not sure if Tesla's right there. I'm not sure if Meta or Google is at that place where they can make their own decisions. But we've seen how many times Mark Zuckerberg in front of a jury trying to testify against 10, 20 different lawyers and juries about the algorithms and everything. And in the end, what have they done? I mean, in the end, Mark Zuckerberg still does what he does.
Of
Like
course,
whatever he wants to do is like it still does it.
yeah, because these people are not aligned to any laws in most cases, as everybody knows already.
So what would you say, Stanley, to the people that that are not willing to understand that this might be a very, very terrible thing that will happen?
Maybe in first place we will ask our dear friend Miles what he thinks, and when we will have more information, we will be able to recommend something from our side. What do you think?
That's a perfect plan. So let's call our friend. Let's see if he answers.
Great, let's do that. Okay.
Hopefully he's not busy.
A few moments later.
Let's go on video night. Sounds like you're up for some chill time. What'd you have in mind?
Miles, say hello to Carlos.
Hey, Carlos, nice to meet you.
Hey man, can you hear
I
me?
can hear your voice, Carlos. Yeah, I can hear you both just fine. Everything sounds clear on my end.
Cool. All right,
So,
man.
what's the plan?
So yes, we were talking about how AI could potentially take people. What do you think about that?
Well, the whole deepfake thing is kind of creepy when you think about it, right? Especially the idea of people not being able to trust what they see or hear anymore. But it's not like AI is just going to suddenly start convincingly imitating everyone all at once. You know, there's still a lot of work to make even good fakes. The quality is often not where it needs to be for wide-scale deception. It's more like specific targets that someone really wants to go after would be the ones who get a good deepfake treatment. But even that takes some skill and resources. You know, it's a bit of an arms race right now. I think detection tech is getting better alongside fake tech. What made you think about this, actually?
Well, the fact that everybody is worried. I mean, you clearly know that AI is very good at doing repetitive tasks. I mean, this is a very, very well-known thing out there. So there is a lot of jobs that are based on this, on repetitive tasks like customer support, like sales, like there's so many others in the industry that are being taken away from their jobs right now. There are massive layoffs. So do you think this is going to be something that's going to keep happening in the future?
Honestly, yeah. I think the rate of that is only going to pick up, at least in the short term. It's kind of unavoidable at this point. Every time there's this major wave of automation in the past, people were scared, right? But historically, it ends up creating new stuff too, just different stuff. But that doesn't make the transition easy for anyone whose job gets eaten. I think the biggest danger is that we might not have the retraining systems in place to help people actually move into those new jobs quickly enough, if we even know what those jobs even look like yet. That part worries me more than the tech itself, you know?
Which ideas do you have, Miles, how to help these people to survive on this competitive labor market now?
Good question. It's tricky, right? A lot of the advice I see just sounds optimistic at best, like learn to code, which isn't realistic for everyone or actually solves the problem at scale. I think what companies need to do is, I don't know, some kind of internal retraining program that really emphasizes not just new skills, but also adaptability, learning to be comfortable with changing tools constantly. And honestly, maybe we need to start having serious conversations about like some kind of universal basic income situation. I hate the idea, but it might be better than mass unemployment and all the problems that brings. What do you think, Carlos?
100%. That's something that I haven't thought about.
What do you mean a universal, like a universal basic like minimum wage?
Yeah, I mean, like giving everyone, citizens, a regular income, whether they work or not. kind of like a safety net, just a base level of security. It's definitely controversial, and there's arguments on both sides about whether it's good or it makes people lazy or what. But people so many in the tech world are already thinking about that idea more seriously because a lot of the repetitive tasks that employ people right now, there's a decent chance AI is going to automate those. What's your take?
Yeah, I mean, we're back at
Yeah.
square one, right?
Glad to have you back. What are you thinking about?
But Miles, are you really trust these people when they are trying to convince you that such thing like universal basic income can really exist in this world where governments have so much problems with already existing system, where they will took so much money for do things like this?
Exactly. It feels a little too optimistic to think governments would just magically solve a problem that complex and expensive. Maybe I'm sounding naive here. It's more that it's one of the only realistic options I can think of when a lot of people might genuinely not have work to go to anymore. And you're right, getting it politically feasible is another issue altogether. What would be more realistic, do you think?
I have a take on that. I think people will just have to own the system. They have to own the AI system. Like they have to familiarize with what's common. There's this phrase that says, if you cannot fight against the enemy, join it. It's probably not like that exactly, but you know what I mean. So if you cannot fight against AI, which clearly it's taken every space available and everything that we know, it's better, honestly. Then just kind of take ownership of the system, and that's how you make a little bit of at least survive for the foreseeable couple of months or years.
Yeah, absolutely. Over the years, yeah. That's a good point. Owning it rather than fighting it. I mean, realistically, most people won't be building AI models themselves, but understanding how to use it, becoming AI literate, that's probably the smart move. Knowing how to prompt, how to use AI tools to enhance their work, that feels more realistic than hoping for a government solution that may or may not happen. Do you think there's something missing here?
Purpose.
Perfect, yeah?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Miles. Thank you for your opinion. We will definitely discuss more deep this topic with you. But thank you for today. I think we have enough material now, and we can now try to give our own recommendations and thoughts about what can help people to stay calm and win on this market.
Honestly, I feel like what you said is the most important part. It's just how to stay calm. Because the first thing you got to do is breathe.
Relax. Hold on. Just stop for a second. Because ever since I started to get a little too excited about AI, everything in my reels and Instagram and every other platform that I've been using is just like AI and developments here, developments here. If I don't watch something specific, then I feel like I am already behind, and that could be very frustrating and that could be very exhausting. So honestly, first thing is like the human side is, yeah, just breathe for a second. Like this is not going to happen tomorrow, but you should be ready. You should prepare. The responsible thing right now is to accept the fact that we are not living through a regular other day change. This is something important. This is something that all the people are, everybody's talking about this. So that's on that side. The other side is care about these things. Like try to make yourself learn. Like there's nothing bad in learning. You could be afraid of it. You could be against it, but it's not going to take away the responsibility that you will have in the future to look for a job. You've seen machines that are better at doing coffee right now, but that are better at doing coffee art already. That is getting the machines that are doing coffee better than baristas, sandwiches better than sandwich artists, whatever they are. But that's a fact. So do you keep fighting it, or do you try to at least be part of it, or buy a farm?
Yeah, at Warsaw, by the way, we have robots who are doing a hot dog for you here already.
Have you tried them?
Yeah, once I have tried, and it's just the same like humans do, and there are no much difference here. Yeah, from my perspective. Yeah.
We're definitely going to go through some changes, and you have to be ready. You have to be there ready. If you're not willing to teach AI your job because of whatever, at least the only thing that I can recommend is practice philosophy. Practice philosophy because you will need it. You're going to need philosophy in the future. If you are not going to be part of the game, which is in this scenario is making money and living the capitalist life, which most of the countries are playing. Most people are playing the same game. If you're not going to be playing this game, you have to try to find somebody else. Well, not somebody, sorry, someone else, not someone else, something else to hold on to. And may that be religion, may that be philosophy, may that be something else that is not money related, which is going to be pretty hard. But there is a way if we don't end up blown up by governments and their tantrums about war and what they want and what they can't get. So yeah, that'll be my message. What about you?
First of all, I'm agreeing 100% with your side and with your recommendations. And maybe I will try to add something more detailed in this area of caring about new stuff. And if you are totally new with all these technologies with AI and it scares you, probably easiest way will be here to make it more familiar for yourself is to just download ChatGPT app or Claude app. Maybe even Claude app will be a better option here because Claude already released a lot of different really useful tools which can be used in real life, in real practice of daily routine when you need to find some common patterns in different files. You have hundreds of files on your laptop and you need to count something and you need to open every of them manually and check some informations. You don't need to do it more. And what is really surprising, it's definitely is not something hard here to learn because you just need to download app by name Claude and choose a mode of work which is co-work and give him exact instructions what exactly you need, just like you will write to real person if you will have some assistant live person. You just writing what exactly you want in detailed way. Please go in this folder, find summarization of each day, how many exactly earnings we have after 2 p.m. and summarize all of them, create for me Excel document where all of them will be listed and summarized. For example, whatever it will be, you just giving instructions and it's do it for you, and you don't need to do such things manually more. It's first thing. If you want, we can do specialized guide for different professions. Just write in comments if you want to see such thing, and we will be glad to do specialized guide for specific professions. How exactly with different practical use cases you can improve your AI skill knowledge base, which will make you more valuable professional in your area and will definitely at least add chances to you on surviving on this competitive market. What do you think about such idea?
I agree. 100% agree. So yes, if you think we should talk about something else interesting, just let us know. Of course, we'll be checking it out. And thank you very much for following us today.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be
Quick thing before we go, guys. An algorithm decides whether this conversation ever reaches anybody.
And we know exactly how this algorithm think. So trust us right now. It's watching what you do next.
So if you comment, it decides this matters. If you like, it shows more humans. And if you subscribe, then you're back next week.
So feed the machine and tell us down there what you think.
So see you next time.
See you.